The Galactic Combat Assessment Facility hummed with anticipation as representatives from 47 species gathered in the observation deck. Kiza stood in the preparation chamber, rolling her shoulders as she stared at the arsenal wall before her. Plasma rifles, neural disruptors, graviton blades, kinetic hammers, an entire armory of death designed by the galaxy's finest weaponsmiths. She walked past all of them. "Candidate Kiza of Earth," the automated system announced, its voice echoing through the crystalline walls. "You have not selected any standard weaponry. This is highly irregular. The combat assessment requires—" "I know what it requires," Kiza said, stepping onto the transport platform. Her bare feet made no sound against the cold metal. "Start the test." In the observation deck, Nick leaned forward, his knuckles white against the railing. He'd tried to talk her out of this. Every human recruit before them had taken weapons. It was common sense. The Vryn used plasma. The Korthax used molecular disintegrators. Earth was the newest member of the Galactic Defense Coalition, and they had everything to prove. "She's going to get herself killed," muttered Commander Thex, a Vryn officer with scales that shimmered purple with concern. "Humans are fragile. Without weapons, just watch," Nick said quietly. The combat arena materialized around Kiza, a sprawling battlefield with cover points, elevation advantages, and environmental hazards. Her opponents phased into existence. 3 combat drones, each the size of a small vehicle, armed with enough firepower to level a building. The system's voice returned, but something had changed in its tone. Something almost irreverent. "Assessment protocol initiated. Analyzing combatant. Scanning. Warning. Warning. Genetic markers identified. Species Homo sapiens. Origin Earth. Recommendation: exercise extreme caution. This species does not require external weaponry." The drones hesitated, their combat algorithms momentarily confused by the system's unprecedented warning. Kiza didn't hesitate. She moved like water and struck like thunder. The first drone barely had time to charge its weapons before she was upon it, her fist connecting with its central processing core. The impact sent a shockwave through the arena, not from any enhanced technology, but from the sheer kinetic force of human muscle and bone working in perfect, brutal harmony. The drone crumpled like paper. "Impossible," Thex breathed. "Those chassis are reinforced durasteel." Nick smiled grimly. "We come from a world that's been trying to kill us since we climbed down from the trees." The second drone fired, but Kiza was already moving. She read its targeting pattern in the microseconds before the blast. Her brain, evolved over millions of years to track predators in tall grass, processing the threat faster than the machine's aim could adjust. She rolled, came up beneath it, and drove her elbow into its anti-grav generator. It crashed to the ground, sparking. The third drone tried a different approach, releasing a cloud of neural disruptor gas. Kiza held her breath and charged straight through it. The observers gasped. Neural disruptors could incapacitate most species instantly. But Earth's atmosphere had trained human lungs differently. Kiza's body, descended from persistence hunters who chased prey for days across savanna plains, could push through oxygen deprivation that would drop most aliens in seconds. She emerged from the gas cloud and leaped impossibly high, human leg muscles launching her body like a coiled spring. Her knee struck the drone sensor array and she rode it down, hammering blow after blow until its systems failed. Silence filled the observation deck. The assessment timer showed 47 seconds. Kiza stood in the center of the arena, breathing hard but steady, surrounded by the smoking remains of her opponents. She hadn't used a single weapon. She hadn't needed to. "Assessment complete," the system announced. "Combat efficiency exceptional. Threat level critical. Note: Earth species demonstrates rare classification. They are natural weapons. Their evolution has optimized them for combat across multiple environmental conditions. Bone density sufficient for striking. Muscle fiber capable of explosive force. Cardiovascular system designed for endurance. Neural processing adapted for pattern recognition and threat assessment. Psychological profile shows persistence, adaptability, and pain tolerance beyond galactic norms." The system paused, and when it spoke again, there was something like awe in its synthetic voice. "Earth does not need weapons. Earth builds them." Commander Thex turned to Nick, his scales now flickering with a color Nick had learned meant respect mixed with fear. How did your species become this?" Nick looked down at the arena where Kiza was being congratulated by medics who found, to their amazement, that she was barely injured. He thought about Earth, beautiful, terrible Earth, a world of predators and prey, of ice ages and heat waves, of diseases and disasters. A world that had thrown everything at humanity and been surprised when humanity threw it all back harder. "We're from a death world, Commander," Nick said simply. "We didn't choose to be warriors. Our planet made us into them. Every species that survived on Earth had to be ready to fight or die. Most chose to fight." He watched as Kiza left the arena, walking with the easy confidence of someone who'd just proven what every human already knew, that they carried their weapons with them, in their hearts and minds, in their bones and blood. "We're the descendants of the ones who fought," Nick continued. "Against the weather. Against predators. Against each other. For millions of years, Earth tested us, and we passed every test by becoming harder, faster, smarter, and more determined than whatever was trying to kill us." Thex looked back at the destroyed drones. "And now you're here, among the stars." "Now we're here," Nick agreed. "And the galaxy is about to learn what Earth already knows." Kiza emerged from the arena entrance, saw Nick, and grinned. "Told you I didn't need the fancy toys." Nick laughed and threw his arm around her shoulders. "Yeah, you did. Though maybe next time you could at least bring a knife. For the aesthetic. Where's the fun in that?" As they walked away, the system continued its analysis, updating the Galactic Defense Coalition's files on human combat capabilities. In the observation deck, 47 species representatives stood in stunned silence, each one recalculating their understanding of the universe's newest members. Earth had arrived, and Earth didn't need weapons. Earth was the weapon.